There's still plenty of land around Cleveland, Ohio if you're looking to build something on it, and this would be the guy to help you. This is John from Hannah. John, thanks for talking to us.
No problem. Thank you.
So who are the types of folks that you work with that are like, I need some land to build on?
Well, there's several. A lot of times business owners who are looking to expand want to build their own facility, so they need land to do so. So depending on their location, whether it's Cleveland or Talmadge or Berea, they want to stay in that general locale. So they're looking for empty land in that locale that they can then engage an architect and a general contractor to build a specific or a building to their specific needs.
What kind of decision making has to go in, or what do you need to know to help them
to make sure that it's zoned correctly for the use that they're going to use it for? That the land that you're purchasing doesn't have any wetlands, or that there aren't any environmental issues. That
spotted owls that are hiding around.
Yes, exactly, or bugs that are protected.
Yeah.
And that also that the land, didn't have any prior hazardous materials dumped on it. There's definitely some pitfalls to watch out for in terms of purchasing land, because if you buy somebody's land or buy a building on land that was previously had hazardous materials dumped on it, you're buying that problem, because regardless of whether you put it in the ground or not,
it's yours now.
It belongs to you. So
how do you vet the land?
Well, once you've decided on a certain acreage, you get surveyors, and then there's environmental surveys that are done. So it's phase 1, which is a general overview of the land.
Yep.
Walking, and then unfortunately there's a phase 2 where you've seen evidence of someone dumping hazardous materials, and now you're doing core samples of the land, of the ground itself, to determine what actually is in there, and that opens up Pandora's box to now what do we do with it now that we found it? How do we remediate it, and who's responsible for getting rid of it?
Was that all part of, and I have to imagine
that's all part of
wherever you bought the land from?
That's all part of the sale process priar to you.
And you're there for the sale process, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Helping guide things, or at least advise.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Without question.
And it's funny, you mentioned a really good point that you probably want to keep in mind. You don't want to buy a problem.
No. Yes. No.
It can look pretty, but holy, what's going on underneath there? What's living around here?
There's lots of pitfalls in a land purchase that you're unaware of. Whether it's easements that were given 100 years ago, or there's zoning issues that if it's zoned one way now, you may have to go to the council or the city or the zoning board and ask for it to be rezoned, and you typically want to have all of those ducks in a row prior to purchase, because then if you bought it and they refuse to rezone it, then that's what it is. It's going to stay with the way it was.
Well, from what I'm hearing, there's a lot to think about, guys. Sure. So you might want to think about talking to John to get you on your land buy. So and somebody's ready to move on this or just wants to find out more, John.
Yeah, feel free to call my cell phone anytime, 330-958-7291. Or peruse my website. I have all the information there. www.john-lubinski.com.
Great. Thanks a lot, John.
Thank you, Randy.